I'm Dr. Jordan Ewan. I'm an engineer, inventor, author, and presenter. I've always loved science fiction, but I've always wanted to know, instead of the dystopic depictions that tend to happen, how can we move towards a better future, a better tomorrow? I've always wanted to know what it would be like to have robot friends. What if a robot could help out day to day, be there as a companion? These are the things I've wondered about since I was young, being exposed to the cool things that my dad worked on. But more recently, I've gotten to travel the world. I've gotten to see the best advancements in science and technology across the globe. And I've always wondered what inspires people to come up with these big ideas, but then to take action on them. And that's the biggest thing. What if technology could be used to help make us more inclusive, improve the lives of the people around us, the people we love, improve our humanity, potentially even to make the world a better place? Technology is evolving at the fastest rate of change we've ever seen, but it may also be the slowest rate we'll ever see again. Now, this can be scary, but it can also be exciting. There's a lot of opportunities to harness these technologies to build things that really matter. Things that can help improve our connection with each other, can improve quality of life, improve the world around us. And this is what inspires me. We should always start with inspiration when it comes to any big idea we want to take on. No one can tell you what inspires you. It's the challenges, the solutions you want to see solved. So this is really where we should start. For me, I'm inspired by my family. My beautiful parents, they planned on having one more child after me and got triplets. So I have a sister and two brothers, Zohara, Alex and Tristan. I'm very proud of all of them and we're really, really close. I also have my wonderful partner Steph and a fur baby, Lady. I find that it's my connection with them, but also friends who have inspired the sort of things I've worked on. Now, I've got mates with various types of high-level physical disabilities, and this is what has inspired the sort of projects like a mind-controlled wheelchair that I worked on for a number of years, all the way through to an eye-controlled vehicle. We've got eye control over computers, robots, virtual reality systems, even as far as virtual avatars of loved ones to preserve stories and memories for the future. Now, I've been working on setting up this dream lab for a while now, and it's a technology lab where we can not only explore the technologies and the future of what's coming next, but we can also build the things that we want to build. We're going to go into things like robotics, artificial intelligence, biomedical technologies, and so much more. So although I can't wait to get to a lot of these different technologies and projects and ideas, where we're going to start is in the heart of a project I've been working on for a while now, and it's one that's very special to me. It's a small robot, and it's one that's been inspired by my grandmother, Shirley. Come on, lady. Good girl. Jarvis, close the garage door. See you one day. It's time to finish off this robot that my grandmother inspired. I was just given this clock a few days ago from my family, something that's been passed down. It was grandma's for a long time, so it's a piece that's been passed to me, and this is her here. Got a little photo of her. I didn't realize this was going to be the last Christmas that we'd spend together. She's someone who's always been so special to us. Someone who was always so supportive. She was just the best grandmother, and we unfortunately lost her very recently. And even as a technophobe, always someone who loved talking about the things that I like talking about. She used to call her iPad the devil. And so I would very patiently teach her how to utilize the technology around her that she needed. And she was always asking about technology, robots, artificial intelligence, biomedical equipment, space travel, all the different things I was looking into, she wanted to know about. And so when I had this conversation with her about the idea of a robot companion, I realized I was working on a robot that could help me with my books. You know, as I'm writing books, I could talk to this little small robot friend that would just sit there and be able to access different types of facts. And he had a placeholder name, and the placeholder was a play on the words book and robot. So we've got Booko, which I didn't think really matched, and then Koobot. And I was going, where am I going with this? You know what? Koobo sounds right. So Koobo is what landed, and that was going to be this small robot, and at the same time I was going to build this companion robot for Grandma, and I realised I should bring the two projects together. A small, portable companion friend. Even though I wasn't able to complete this project in time for Grandma, it's going to be part of her legacy. You know, she's inspired me to do this work. Now, the idea here is not to replace human-to-human connection, not at all. I think instead we're looking at how we can enhance and even improve our connections and our experiences, particularly when there's an absence of human connection. Now, I talked about this with Grandma one time when she was in hospital, and I guess this was the genesis of Koobo. We discussed this concept that maybe we could have a small robot there keeping her company as a little friend, a little companion. Because I say the idea of the technologies is not meant to replace humans.
No.
You know, you can't replace humans.
No.
But if you had a little robot here that could talk to you and talk you through what's going on and anything that's happening at any point in time, you could ask it what that beeping is.
Yes.
And if it's able to say, this needs to be done, I'm going to silence it for a bit and I've alerted the nurses, then you've got, it doesn't matter if it's a little round robot or whatever it might be.
No, it's just having the connection and being able to get out of yourself and connect with the rest of the world or a person or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, I think connection in this world is so important.
I talked to her about the idea of having a little companion and whether she would like something like that. You know, a little companion that could just hang out with her when she was in hospital and hold up conversations. And, know the things that she likes talking about, because she was in hospital for about a month at one stage. And no TV in this particular hospital. It was still during COVID time, so we couldn't visit too much. But in between having visitors, she didn't have much else happening. Didn't have anyone in her room. Didn't have any TV, no real mental stimulation. So when I visited, we talked about the idea of robots being there as little companions. You know, I said to her, do you like the idea of having a robot friend? She did. So I said, I'll make it happen one day. That's half the reason I started building this. So, I started building this robot as a little companion. I'm going to see how it goes in aged care settings. It's crazy. It's so cool. It's been so much fun building him. He'll meet you once and then he'll remember you.